Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network. Alright, y'all see what we got going on here today. As y'all see the thumbnail, y'all read the title under the thumbnail. Yeah, man, today's video is dealing with you guys, or should I say the PRE ops, who happen to be Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook. Now the folks want to know, the folks in Dolph land and everybody across the globe who got love for Young Dolph paper route, they want to know what's taking so long with this Young Dolph case. First, y'all gotta understand, an M1, it could take anywhere between 2 and 4 years. Hey man, that's the way it's gonna be, especially when you got guys paid off in position to make sure that nothing comes your way. And you already know who I'm talking about. Again, Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook. But check this out, man. Once Govin got caught up, that should have put it into perspective. Who's all behind Young Dolph getting set up at the cookie shop? Now, the reason why I say that, because even when Govin first got caught, it was already word that he was watching Young Dolph. The people already stated that they had been investigating Govin even 6 months before Young Dolph got set up. But let me tell you why they couldn't continue on with that investigation. Because of the Scorpion unit. Yeah, man, the same guys that's related to Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook. See, man, the folks been trying to tell y'all, everything comes right back to Yo Gotti and Big Jook. And you know, y'all can't forget about that guard dog, Black Youngster. Man, I've been trying to tell y'all from the beginning. Not even me. You got folks like Grove Hero and some other people from Memphis been letting y'all know that Black Youngster, he was doing a lot of underhanded activity towards the paper route artists. Between him and Big Jook, hiring different street cats to go at the different paper route artists. I'm talking about from OG Bang Wayne, Shondell Barnett, JoJo Splat, and everybody that they scooped up draws right back to Big Jook and his homeboy Govin. I know you got some guys saying, now, what Black Youngster got to do with that? See, since Black Youngster is Big Jook and Yo Gotti guard dog, he automatically picked up the beef that they had with Young Dolph. Yeah, we could all go into, Young Dolph. He said some things about Big Jook. He even said some things about Yo Gotti, to the point where he talked about piping down Yo Gotti BM. So yeah, that's gonna make any man feel some type of way. If not him, his big brother. See, what I'm trying to let y'all know is, even one point in time, Young Dolph, he had respect for Big Jook, because even Young Dolph knew the connections that Big Jook had. So even though later on in life, in Young Dolph, he ended up losing respect for Big Jook, at the same time, that still doesn't take away from the fact that Big Jook, he knows some guys in the streets. They really about that life. What I'm saying is, if it come to it, they gonna handle theirs and not really say nothing much about it. Plus, I've been trying to tell y'all, man, that it was Big Jook affiliates who really didn't like what Young Dolph was saying about Big Jook, or even Yo Gotti at that. And now y'all seeing it's all real, because you got Govin and you got Straight Drop Uncle. See, Straight Drop Uncle, he was another person that's affiliated to Big Jook and that informed Straight Drop relative, whom is Jamarcus Johnson, about the whole setup and how much they gonna get paid. So again, dealing with that, we all know that the bag, it didn't come from Govin. It definitely came from somebody who could benefit from Young Dolph's untimely demise. So y'all don't think that once they heard about what Young Dolph was saying about Big Jook, that they wanted to press the issue on Young Dolph to let him know, and you gotta stand down, especially if Big Jook is keeping these guys paid to the point where they can take care of themselves and their families. So what I'm saying here, it wasn't just jealousy that was involved in Young Dolph's untimely demise. It was also dealing with Young Dolph. He was a lot of competition for Yo Gotti in Memphis. Because y'all gotta understand, at one point in time, Yo Gotti, he was really looked at as that guy. And I'm talking about that guy who can make moves to benefit the communities in Memphis. And then you get somebody like Young Dolph, a much younger, taller cat, a more cooler and down-to-earth dude than Yo Gotti is. And everybody in Memphis already know that Young Dolph, he didn't never mind giving back. Matter of fact, everybody in Cat State already know that Young Dolph, he had put more guys on in Memphis than Yo Gotti did. Just in that small amount of time that Young Dolph was really in the game, really getting to the bag. So at the same time young Dolph was getting to the bag, he made sure that the guys around him was also making money as well. And to the point where they making money off their own craft, off their own name. They don't need young Dolph to continue to make music or money for them, because young Dolph, he put them in a position where they could do it on their own. So once y'all tie all that together, now y'all can understand that, again, jealousy and competition came behind young Dolph getting set up in Makita's. Matter of fact, while y'all at it, go ahead and drop those Dolphs in the comments and show some love for Paper Route Frank. Now, like I stated from the beginning, the folks want to know what's taking so long with this case. See, another point y'all got to understand is, the guys who they say allegedly sent up young Dolph, now they stating that they not guilty. That's Straight Drop and Cornelius Smith. But then you got Govin, when he got caught up, he say he orchestrated and paid for the whole young Dolph setup. Now the folks already knew that's partially true, because again, Govin, he doesn't have the money or the resources like Yo Gotti or Big Jook does. And now we can't forget about their relatives on the Scorpion unit. We can all see that they played their part to make sure that none of the camera footage came up, and also grabbing young Dolph jewelry when he was down, and giving Straight Drop an escape route on his way out. Because this whole situation is bigger than Straight Drop, Cornelius Smith, Govin, or even Straight Drop relative, whom is Jamarcus Johnson. I don't think these guys even knew that they was pawns, part of a bigger chess play. Again, you got 4 guys right now that's locked up behind allegedly setting up young Dolph at the cookie shop, but they still don't have clear evidence on who actually did it. So that's why you have Cornelius Smith and Straight Drop pleading not guilty. And because the Scorpion unit hid so much information, that's the reason why the feds had to come in. All this adds into what I was trying to tell y'all from the beginning. You gotta have the proper people paid that's in position to make sure that the play on Paper Route Frank go as planned. Now y'all starting to understand. So you got 2 people, whom is Govin and Black Youngster, who tried to revert all the attention away from Yo Gotti and Big Jook having their hands in the cookie jar pertaining to young Dolph untimely demise. See, the point where I'm coming from is, it's messed up that all these brothers got together just to take out one man who was actually doing for the community. Again, don't get me wrong, I understand young Dolph, he had his beats, and at the same time, some things he said definitely ruffled some feathers, and that's pertaining to the guys in the streets that's affiliated to CMG and Heavy Camp, and some people in the business world who didn't like that young Dolph was buying up a bunch of property. Plus, on top of that, how young Dolph always wanted to stay independent, to where he even got KeyGlock with that mindset. So like I told y'all, man, that's another reason why Bankroll Freddy, he may be on his way to Paper Route. But on a positive point, y'all do have the Young Dolph Museum that's going on in Memphis right now. So if y'all in Memphis at this time, go ahead and check out the Dolphland Museum. And again, show some love for Paper Route Frank. But yeah, as black men, we gotta do better. Because the more I think about it, the more I can only come to the fact that it's us that's bringing one another down. This has nothing to do with no other group of people. This is all us. And jealousy is always a component to the reason why we end up taking each other out. Now, with that in mind, if the adults don't change, how do we expect for the youth to change? But like I always say, always be aware and always stay prepared. But hey, we get more in store. As always, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network.